This is a message from your guides reading for Family of Light. Okay, so before I get into the crystals, I'm going to go ahead and surround us in positive energy for the reading. Okay, so now I'll go ahead and get into the crystals. So this is the one that I pulled specifically for your reading. This is my smoky quartz. And this is actually a root chakra stone. Not everybody knows that about smoky quartz, but that is the chakra that it's actually associated with. So it is extremely grounding, but then it also helps to protect you psychically. It helps to deflect negative energy away from you and clear your space. And it helps you with focus as well, just because of the grounding aspect. So it's also extremely centering and calming. So that's just part of the grounding effect that it has. It also helps with manifesting. All right, so, and actually it doesn't only protect you psychically, it also protects you physically as well. Okay, so then I have my two group stones here. So I have my peacock ore, which, as you can see with all of the colors in here, it really is associated with all of the different chakras. And so it's especially to do with chakra work, clearing your chakras, and just getting them working properly, but also specifically clearing them. Then I have my crystal quartz here, and this is kind of an all-purpose, but it also specifically has to do with calling on higher energies and bringing higher energy into your space, as well as clearing yourself, clearing your aura. So when I have these two together, obviously this is specifically about clearing your chakras, as well as calling higher energy into the space once you've cleared the negative energy away. Okay. Okay, so your guides are talking about grounding. So on our Patreon group, if you skim way down the wall, I do actually have a grounding exercise that I put up there that the council gave me 1 week. They wanted me to share that with everybody. So that was actually something that the Council for the Assistance to Earth just came up with. I had never really heard of that grounding exercise, and your guides are wanting me to give you that. But they're talking specifically about grounding. Okay, they're making me think of Pisces in astrology. So whether this is in your chart or not, Pisces, one of the kind of negative aspects is that they are fish, but they can tend to kind of float along, be very, very dreamlike. So this makes them very intuitive. So there can be a lot of psychic ability with Pisces. That's definitely part of the reason that they're bringing it up, that they're bringing up Pisces specifically, because there is definitely a lot of intuition with you and psychic ability in general. I feel like even more just straight up just psychic ability versus just intuition. Everybody has intuition. Anybody can use their intuition. They can all learn to develop and use that, but you definitely have psychic abilities that you are using. I definitely feel like mediumship is one of them, and so I always feel with you this very clear connection to your guides that you can tap into. You definitely have the ability to utilize that. I feel like you can easily get to know your guides. You can get to know their names, where they're from. Like, I feel like you could get specifics from your guides, in other words. But yeah, they do want you to make sure that you are grounded. And this is something that people who tend to be a little bit more psychic, even sometimes people who are a little bit more emotional, they can tend to be a little less grounded. So being grounded, this tends to be more of a masculine kind of energy. Your feminine energy, it's going to pull you more within yourself. That's why it gives you psychic abilities. That's why it gives you your intuition. It gives you the ability to see what to do. But it's the masculine energy that enables you to manifest that. Manifest your goals and dreams and your vision or your direction that's from your intuition. It enables you to manifest that and bring that into physical form. So they're saying that you can think of it almost like a tool. So they're saying it's like your masculine energy is almost like a tool to help you manifest, whereas your feminine energy is like a tool to help you see more clearly, help you see what to manifest, help you see what needs to be brought into your life. But they're saying that in order for anything to come through into physical form, you have to be grounded. You have to really have that ability to be present. So that's also why they're talking about Pisces. Pisces tends to be kind of dream-like. So yeah, it can be very helpful for like an artist, someone who is specifically going into this dream-like quality kind of world, and they're using it to paint, or they're using it to give a psychic reading even, or write a story, or whatever it is. But it definitely can cause them to be less grounded, for sure, because you're kind of up here and kind of in the atmosphere a little bit. Part of the reason that you have a little bit of a difficulty with that, they're saying, is because they're saying that you're an older soul. They're saying that your gifts are far more developed than the average person naturally. And so you tend to pick up on a lot of things without really realizing it. This would be really natural to you, so it's going to feel really normal. So you're not necessarily going to know all the time that you're doing this, but if you're picking up on a lot of things all the time, then it can make you a little bit less present. It can make you a little bit more jumbled at times. And to think clearly, you have to have that grounding factor. You have to be more centered. So they're saying that this is about being present and about being still in your mind and in your emotions, and to really develop that, where you could clearly hear your guides at any point, at any time, in any kind of situation. Because this can actually end up hindering your abilities if you have this too much, where you're not so grounded. Because if you're picking up on everybody, imagine there's a situation where there are heightened emotions, even if it's just one person who's like in your face, for instance. It can be harder to feel an intuition as to what to do, how to respond, or to get a clear communication from your own intuition or from your guides. For the reason that you're picking up so much emotion that's coming off of this person, or maybe off of a group of people who are in a situation, and this situation is causing people to feel different emotions. Your guides don't want me to say causing, that any situation can be causing them to feel emotions, because everybody is responsible for their own emotional space, and whether they are grounded or they are unclear, or they are grounded and they are present no matter what's happening around them. So they're saying that that's something to really develop, to become very clear in any kind of circumstance. Okay, so this is something that Smoky Quartz really, really aids with, obviously, from the kind of list that I was giving you. Because I don't know if I mentioned mental clarity, but it also helps with mental clarity as well. Like, it helps in meditation for you to be clear and focused. Yeah, I did say that. I did say focus. For the reason that it's very centered, it's very grounding. So this is something to really work on. I talk in that video that I made about other things that being grounded helps with, how to recognize when you're not, and things like that. Okay, but that is all that they have to say for this reading. So thank you very much for another reading, Family of Lights. And I will see you next week. Namaste.